episode of Chrissy Russo Live. We talk with Taylor Knox, local guy, big wave surfer, surfed the biggest waves in the world. He keeps it real with us on the beach. Also, we dissect your dreams. We go sailing away with a dream expert. Turns out your dreams are just you telling you what to do. So we're gonna teach you how to listen. Then we go into the realm of romance and we listen to the musical tunes of the Grammy Award-winning musical group Train. It's all in this episode of Chrissy Russo Live. The mentality of, what is the mentality of surfing?
Well, you're supposed to be enjoying like being in the ocean, you know, and it's a skill. I mean, for me, it's amazing because it's something you'll never master. So that makes it fun. Like knowing that you'll never master it makes it like great. I've always got something new to do, try, you know, get better at, and there's so many different aspects of it. You know, depending on what board you're riding and what surf spot you're at, and you can always, and you never ever ride the same wave twice. So every wave you ride in your life is different, and I like that.
Kind of like a metaphor for real life.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it about the water?
The water to me is like, I don't know, it's the biggest, most powerful thing on earth.
It's humbling.
Yeah, I mean, you know, humbling, and temperatures changing, the wind, you never know when it's going to come up, and there's always variables that are moving. It's like a painting to me that is always moving.
What's it like to be you? You know, I mean, you've traveled the world, you have a family, you're in a very spiritual place. Like, what is it like to be Taylor Knox?
Well, I've got pretty much the same challenges a lot of people do, and I just appreciate my job, and I know I'm really fortunate, and I know I work really hard at it.
What's your biggest challenge?
Balance of everything.
What do you mean?
Balance of life, of you know, moderation, not too much. I mean, you can surf yourself into oblivion and, you know, like hurt your body and maybe have a sore back, and you got to know when to say when. It's like, you know, you can have a couple drinks or you can have 30, and there's a balance in there somewhere.
And if you get too far out of balance, it actually does affect your product. If you're too far out of balance, you'll throw your body out and then you won't be able to surf. So
everything's affected. If you know, if you're sick or you're tired and you're sore, then you don't really interact with others as well as you could either.
And why is that important, or is it?
No, it's important because we're all human beings and we all run into each other on this planet. So
we kind of need each other.
Yeah, we need each other, and we also need our space. So
I mean, what is your thing?
I guess I'm best known for like a frontside carve. You know, that's kind of like my signature move that people like to.
Can you show me how to do that on the sand?
I can show you with the board. It'd be like, you'd be coming, like doing a bottom turn, you'd be coming up, and then you would be whipping the board around like that.
Oh, how long did it take you to learn how to do that? What was your margin of error?
Let's see, over 20 years, and I'm still learning.
Were you thinking anything when you were traveling down 52 feet on a surfboard?
No. No thought. That was the best thing about it. I had no thought, no sound was, I couldn't hear anything until I finished, and then sound came back. That was the strange thing.
What did you hear when the sound came back?
Just kind of like, I would just remember there was no one around me for like 20, 30 yards, and I was like, wow, did that really just happen? I was like really relieved, and then my friends started screaming at me, and I was like, wow, I think that was a kind of big one. But you can't tell because you're not looking back at the wave. you know, and you don't know how big it is when you're riding it. You're not paying attention to that.
Do you judge the height of the wave by the front or the back?
The front.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for people who want to learn, what is the number 1, 2, 3 golden rules of surfing, you know, like as far as etiquette when you're in the lineup?
Well, if you're learning, you don't want to pick the most crowded spot to go out and learn at, especially a spot where there's a lot of known, you know, experienced surfers.
Don't go where Taylor Knox goes. What's your biggest fear in life?
I mean, I just want, you know, my kids to live longer than me.
What do you want for the rest of your life?
Harmony.
What is harmony?
Moderation, balance, and I know it's not out there.
Where is it?
In there.
Okay, coming up after the break, we're going to start to dissect your dreams. We're going to sail away. We'll see you back here in just a few minutes. Dreams. Sometimes they show up in the middle of the day. Most of the time they show up at night. Sometimes you ignore them. Sometimes you write them down. But it turns out they all have meaning. We've invited an expert on our show. Let's go sailing on the bay and find out what you are telling yourself. I had the strangest dream, the Dreamer's Dictionary for the 21st Century. The author, Kelly Sullivan Walden, is here with us on Chrissy Russo Live. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Chrissy. This is so awesome.
Oh, isn't it? Couldn't be a more beautiful day.
I'm dreaming. Pinch me.
A 6-step guide to dream interpretation.
Yes.
And it's so fitting that we're actually on a sailboat because you say dreams and water go hand in hand.
Yes. It's said that our subconscious mind is 88% of our mind's power. And Masahiro Emoto, he's a scientist who was featured in the movie What the Bleep, said that our bodies are made of 88% water. And so there's a correlation between our subconscious mind, which is where dreams take place, and water. And dreams of water happen a lot in a lot of people's worlds.
Okay, so tell me, what is a dream?
Well, dreams are, in some ways you could say, some people say that they're letters from home. Meaning that where we're from is not from this dimension, that we're really multidimensional creatures, and our dreams are connecting us to the larger aspect of who we are.
Can people connect to departed ones through dreams?
They do a lot, absolutely.
How?
I mean, well, if you have a dream, for example, of somebody that has recently passed away, you can look at it. You can look at every dream both literally and symbolically. So, on one literal level, if you have a dream of, say, you're a father that's passed away, you know, somebody close that recently happened to, and their father showed up in their dream. So, on some level, you could say, well, he's reminding you that you're still connected. Or he may be imparting a very special message to you about a crossroads that you happen to be at in your life. Or he may be giving you a sense that life goes on. Life is like, this isn't all there is. There's more. And so it can be really reassuring. I always tell people that no matter what way the dream shows up, because sometimes dreams are very bizarre. The title of my book is I Had the Strangest Dream. That's usually what people say. Even if the dream is strange, if it involves a departed loved one, it's a gift. It's connecting your heart to theirs in a very special way that should give you a sense of, wow, I'm loved. They love me.
Why don't we dream all day long?
So mostly we're confined to our egos, our cars, our houses, what we have to say, like what's on your business card. Yeah. But at night, the dream maker says, oh no, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you that you are infinitely more than that dream, that you're having by day. You're an infinite creature. I mean, this is my philosophy. You know, I don't mean to get too airy.
Go for it. No, I want to hear it.
We're on the ocean, so we're in this expanded space. But when you have a sense of the big picture, like when you go and you're on a mountaintop, or when you're on the ocean, you can see, oh, wait a minute, there's a bigger picture going on here. My little problems are just little problems, and they're temporary. They're like little waves rolling through the ocean. It's not the be-all, end-all. Then all of a sudden you have a sense of confidence, you have a sense of the larger aspect of you that gives you a perspective and gives you actually more access to be more effective in your life. Dreams are an awakening tool to help us just be more lucid while we're here.
In the book, you literally, it's like a dictionary. Grain, graduation, doormat, doorbell, date, dawn, debt,
Phones, ocean.
plate. I mean, what are some of one of the biggies that show up in people's dreams?
Well, while we're here, let's talk about ocean. Ocean represents our femininity, the feminine aspect of ourselves. Your dreams are for real. I think of your dreams as your best ally.
Okay, are nightmares good or bad?
I call nightmares venting dreams. So they're helping you to let go of something that isn't serving you so that once it's removed, you can be more connected to your natural self, your confidence, your well-being, your peacefulness, that kind of thing.
What are some examples, typical examples of things that appear in people's dreams? Like,
well, speaking of nightmares, a lot of people dream, a lot of people remember their dreams of teeth falling out. And those are freaky dreams, or teeth dissolving in their mouth or chipping. And often those are dreams that are about powerlessness, releasing your fears of being powerless. So teeth are a metaphor of being able to survive.
What about the ones when people are chasing you?
I always tell people that every character in your dream is an aspect of yourself. So from one perspective, whatever's chasing you is perhaps a disowned aspect of your own power that you said, that's not me, but it's a part of you.
So if it's like, some guy on the street or an ex-boyfriend or somebody chasing you, actually consider the possibility that that's you.
It represents an aspect of you, and my formula for that is you want to face it, embrace it, erase it, and replace it.
You say write this stuff down too. You'll forget it.
Yes, in fact, there's a whole breakthrough in dream work called imagery rehearsal therapy. It's IRT. You can Google it, IRT, imagery rehearsal therapy, where you, in your waking state, you just put yourself sort of in that dream state, and you reconnect with the dream, and you pick it up where it left off. But now you're awake. You're the director, so you get to finish it in a way that gives you a sense of completion,
the way
confidence.
You want to. With all this, what's your message with all this?
Message is that we're more than this. And when we realize that there's a larger story being told, that we're connected to an infinite amount of wisdom. We're wealthy beyond measure. It's like we all have a winning lottery ticket that we're all sleeping on every night. And if we access that, then our lives become more peaceful, more calm. We actually become better people. We can interact with each other not from what are you going to give me and what can I get from you, but what can I share with you? How can we really get to know each other from a place that really matters, that's enriching? So our dreams are our ally, I think, to live richer lives. And there's very practical applications to this too. Some people, as they dream, are connecting with multi-million-dollar ideas. They're connecting with great song lyrics. The dream that you have tonight might actually give you a clue about where to go, who to call, what to do to find your way out of what seems like no way. So our dreams are our great allies, and I hope people that pay attention to them.
So now you know, your nightmares can actually help you out. You just got to know what they're saying to you. Okay, coming up after the break, we leave dreams and we go into the realm of romance, and we talk with the Grammy Award-winning group Train. See you back.